You've probably been told or referred a million times not to use a chrome socket on an impact gun, but maybe you never knew why that was. Well, today we're going to look at a chrome socket, compare it with an impact socket, and find out. Let's look at the similarities between the chrome socket and the impact socket. First, and most importantly, they make outstanding finger puppets. Hello everybody, I'm Charlie Crockett, the shiny chrome socket. Hello, I'm Daniel Stockett, the impact socket. But the similarities pretty much end there. Metallurgically, these are both very different. They're both made of chromium steel alloys. The chrome socket is usually made of chromium vanadium steel, or 8650 steel, and the impact socket is usually made of chromium molybdenum or chromoly steel. The chrome socket is going to be harder and more brittle than the impact socket, and the impact socket is going to be softer and have better ductility, so it can deform and reform its shape under the higher stresses of being hammered away on by an impact gun. So they're both designed for very different applications. Let's do some measuring. The outside diameter of the chrome socket is 25.92 millimeters. The outside diameter of the impact socket is 28.03 millimeters. The wall thickness on the chrome socket, 3.87 millimeters, and the wall thickness on the impact socket, 4.47. So you can use an impact socket in a lot of places where you could use a chrome socket using a hand tool, but if you need a thinner wall application, the chrome socket's going to be your socket of choice. And because the chrome socket is more brittle than the impact socket really is best made for power tool applications. Now, let's take a look at the most important difference of all. Internally, and I hope you can see this, the inside face of the drive side of the chrome socket has 4 detents. This is because it's designed to go on tools that have a ball retention system. Regardless of which side you put toward the ball, which is spring-loaded, will pop out and rest inside one of the detents and hold the socket on until you pull it off. Because the inside of the impact socket is smooth, except for that hole, and we'll talk about that in a minute. This is designed to go on an impact tool that has a hog ring retention system. That hog ring sits on top of a rubber O-ring, and that rubber O-ring provides some outward tension against the hog ring, so that when you slip the socket over it, the hog ring provides tension on all 4 faces of the drive side. This hole is intended to be used on an impact tool that has a pin retainer system. There's a spring-loaded pin instead of a hog ring on the anvil of an impact tool that pops out and positively locks on to the hole. To remove it, you have to take a tool, depress the pin, and slide the socket off. Now here's what this all means. You can use an impact socket on a hand tool with a ball retainer, as long as the wall isn't too thick for your application. But do not use a chrome socket on an impact tool for 2 reasons. 1, metallurgically it is incompatible with the forces that are going to be applied against it, and it will crack and break. 2, The retention system is also incompatible with the socket because the hog ring will fill up the detents and will so positively lock this on the anvil, you're going to have to pry it off with a screwdriver. And you're probably going to break your screwdriver. And you do that enough times, you're also going to wreck the hog ring. I've seen it a million times, and it's never pretty. Well, I hope you found this tech tip interesting. If you have, kindly click the like button. And if you enjoy the content that I'm giving you, please click subscribe. Thanks so much. And remember, use a tool. Don't be one.